Alexa, stop. All right. What's going on, everybody? Dig Daddy out here in the shed, bringing you another episode of BSSin in the shed with backyard prospecting. Dig Daddy out here doing this thing. And that's me. I'm Dig Daddy. All day, all night. What's going on? I hope you're feeling all right. Hell yeah. So I hope the week's treating you all well. I know it's a Monday and you haven't gotten that deep, but here we are in another beginning of a week, and what the hell are we going to do other than hang out, have a safety meeting, and shoot the shit. I hope everybody's weekend treated them well. As always, if you got out there, I hope you found some shiny. If you stayed at home, well, I hope you ordered some shiny and it's on its way, and then you can pan it out. Or you already got it and that's what you did this weekend. Either which way, I hope it worked out well for you. Myself, I went out to the river trying to do a couple of things, and one of them was a horrible, horrible failure. So once upon a time, back in the day when I was young, in this whole prospecting gig, like many prospectors will do, I bought a lot of shit I didn't need. A lot of it sitting down there. I have a high banker I don't use. I have a gold cube I don't use. I have a Hydroforce suction nozzle that I never use. Along with a bunch of other plastic things and things from here and things from there. But the one thing that always bugged me that I did pick up is that I never got any real usage with my Hydroforce nozzle. And these things are supposed to be, as they would say, the shit. As far as dredge nozzles go on a land setup where you can't dip into the river, but you can dip into the ground. And that was my plan. So I did all this stuff, and when I finally got out there, I learned that my Johnson pump and my Hydroforce nozzle do not like being connected via a lay flat hose. That damn thing just kinked up so bad. I barely got any water down the freaking thing. But on the same note, I was expecting the Johnson pump to perform a lot better. Now, I haven't had a chance to tear it down, but a lot of it was coming out the pump section, and as far as I remember, that's not how pumps are supposed to work. It's all supposed to go out the hosey tubey thing. But that wasn't happening. And it never took off. So we wasted a bunch of time trying to set that up and trying to get things going. Never got there. Eventually, I got pissed. Excuse me. I got frustrated. Motherfucker. And I just took the whole thing off, threw it all over to the side, and took the sluice over down to the river. And where we were setting up, of course, there wasn't really a good spot that was good to get the bucket down to once it's full, and then, down to set the sluice up. So I had to kind of rig it up so it was okay, but it wasn't as good as I'd like. And we only found a couple little bits. But we had a good time. It was me and my boy, as you guys, if you saw the video this weekend, it was me and my boy who were out doing the thing with the new Arbor classifier. That was the second thing that I went out there to do, is do the review on the classifier. Which worked out beautifully, by the way. That thing is freaking nice. So we'll have to check it out, see how I can make that thing work, because I want it to work. I really do. I already spent a bunch of extra money on trying to get it to work, so I need to make it work at this point. You know how you hit that point? I don't know, maybe some of you guys don't, some of you do, but I'm sure some of you can understand and relate. You hit the point where you're like, I've gotten this far in my project, in my idea, I can't stop now. It doesn't matter what it's going to take to make it work. I need to make it work. I think I'm there. I think I'm at that point. Because now I'm looking at better pumps. better pump. Right, the point of no return. It's where you can't turn back. You're gone too deep. Now it either has to work, or you have to admit some things to yourself that you'd rather not. And part of that might be how much you wasted on a project that's not going to go anywhere. And I've done my fair share of that. I'm sure we all have. No, I left the brackets on there. And I think I'm going to leave it on there. Just because they turned out to be pretty useful to slide around the rim. They're a little bit small. Maybe I wasn't critical of it enough when I did the review. But mine were a little bit small. And so didn't really... I mean, if you center it perfectly, it would go all the way around all 3 points. But if you were over just a little bit, it would fall in. What's going on, Sasquatch? And then there was a couple times when I tried to quick flip it, and it wound up dumping some of the bigger material down the bucket. And so while I was feeding, there occasionally would be, well, quite frequently actually, some bigger rocks. But that was probably more on me being lazy about pulling it out, removing it from the bucket, and then flipping it over. I'm used to the green classifiers that completely fill the bucket top, and when you flip them, they got another lip on the outside that keeps anything from going back into the bucket. But man, the thing worked awesome. It was phenomenal. I was extremely happy with it. Usually out at the river, I classify down to a 1/2 inch just to get shit moving along quicker. And this was a 1/4 inch. I didn't realize how small that was, really. I guess I did, but I wasn't thinking when I ordered it. And when I got it, I was like, oh man, those little holes are small, man. Shit. It's going to have a hard time pumping the material through there. But if you do a wet classification, which you should, then yeah, it's easy. Kicks it out within a couple seconds. And I'm talking about a full, 3-4 inches deep whole thing. It dumps the material fast. Chris, yeah, you know the spot. I tried to keep as much identifying stuff out of the video as I could. In fact, I had to redo the whole intro because there was this landmark behind me that I was like, when I watched the video back, I was like, that's not gonna work. So that's why that whole green screen thing at the beginning of the video, because I had to redo that shit. I'm not trying to give people any idea where it's at, but you've been out there, so I'm sure you probably recognized it. But I don't know, man. The whole pack and everything, that's a lot of weight. That is a lot of weight. And I really don't like carrying all that weight in there. The nozzle is it's steel. That thing is heavy. And I only have the 1.5 inches. It's not even one of the bigger nozzles. Those other ones are fucking heavy. And you need a lot more water to get them flowing. I think that's my problem, is I just wasn't putting enough water through it to get it to really do what it's supposed to do. And so I think that's what my next thing I'm going to have to do, is just get a bigger pump. I got the battery now. I got a LifePo, 12 volt, 12 amp hour. So that should last quite some time. And either my pump's not pumping as well as it should be, or I just need to go up to like a 3700. Because what I have is a 2200, and the info on the nozzle says it only needs 16. Did it crack? Oh, that sucks. Is it like bad cracked, or if you you might be able to? I don't know how bad it is, but you might be able to salvage it with just some super glue, or if you have some epoxy, even better. Just throw a little layer of that over it. It'll seal it back up. Oh, you're not talking about the header. You're talking about the platform. I don't really sell them separately, but email me and we'll work out a something. It's just to ship. If you have the big one to ship those, I gotta put them in the large flat rate, the large fucking the game box, the game board box. Actually, you know what? Let me redesign it. I've been thinking about it, and that hole, the big hole for the bucket, isn't really necessary. Nothing past that hole is necessary, really. As long as you have the stability over the halfway point, you could probably break the bucket part off and just leave it open. So if that's what cracked, just use it without it. If it's not a support portion of it, maybe take a box cutter, get a nice box cutter with a nice handle, and maybe 2 or 3 passes you can break off the broken part. I don't know. Take a picture and email it to me. But I want to redesign it so it's not so long. I know Josh has the original one, the pre-micro sluice, the pocket sluice one, or pre-pocket sluice. Yeah, that one was an interesting design, but I found if I was going to try to get a hold of those little micro sluices in any kind of regularity, it was just going to be a big hassle. Yeah, I think you probably have one of the early edition. The early edition compact, which would have been based on a different toolbox. So it was a different platform. That platform took forever to build. The one where I had to do the egg crate and all that, zip ties and all that bullshit. I mean, all the toolboxes are wonderful, really. Most of the advances in it really just came down to a production reproducibility situation. You know, it's like I can't keep going out and buying a crate and hand crafting these platforms. I mean, definitely it's solid, but you know, finally it clicked in my head. It's like, why am I trying to build off of this? If so long as there's support inside, I can just do what I'm doing now and make a platform and cut it out where it needs to be. And I think that just turned out to be a lot nicer looking overall. But also it served to standardize that platform. It's still all hand done though. I go around the edge of that thing because the routing isn't all that clean when I do it, and so I got to go back around. I have a deburrer that I'll carve out to make sure it's nice and clean and smooth and shit. But then sometimes I wind up doing more damage with this and cut too deep, and then I got to re-go over it. It's a chore, man. What I really need to get is a CNC, like a machine to like a programmable router, and just have it. But I think I would need to build a lot more of them to pay for that. You know, I'd love to have a lot of machinery and shit to do all that stuff for me, but yeah. The DC pump is, I want to say 300. Yeah, it's like 300. Um, the AC pump with the valve, the blue pumps I think were a 400, and all the black pumps were a 300. That's what I used, Doug. I used the router, the circle cutter, and I have a jig that I made for it. So I'll put the platform in here. I'll get that cutter. I got it preset to the length, and then I'll pop that down in there, because once you get to about right here, if you don't have that piece supported, it wants to go off center and fuck up the rest of the piece. And I lost a few of the platforms to that. So now that piece goes through the stabilized part, and it makes sure that the hole is exactly the right size. But I still got to round off and shape the edges and shit, and all that happens by hand. So for that, I take the like for the new compact version, I trace them out. I get a hole cutter, cut through there, and then the rest of this is drilled, and then the rest of it I cut it out, and then I smooth it out and all that. So takes a little bit on each one, but like I said, I think it's overall a better look. Hey, it's Banshee. What's going on? How you doing, Julie? Yep, gotta get that flood gold. Get it while it's up high. That's why I wanted that freaking nozzle to work, man. Because I know all that flood gold is sitting right on top. It just dried up. The river's nice and low right now. And I know it's there. The first few inches, I know there's gold all over that place. And there's a lot of big boulders. So I thought that nozzle would make it a lot easier to cut through a lot of that shit. But, you know, I didn't even look earlier before the show to see how much gold is even going for today. Everybody says it's up, it's down, it's up, it's down. Well, let's go check that out. Let's go see what our friend, that shiny, is going to do for us today. And so we are looking at 17.43 and 71 cents per troy ounce. Now, it seems to me gold is going down, which is not great in itself, unless you're trying to get some gold, because just, a month ago, oh, what was that? Oh, hell yeah. Thank you, Doug. Much appreciate that. Hell awesome. You're 3D printing a dream map? Can you not get them where you're at? Because that seems like it'd be a lot of work. And that would suck for it to fail, like, 75, 80% of the way through and just leave a bunch of holes into your mat, I mean, you'd probably still catch something, but I don't know how easy that'd be to clean out. I would also think it would get pretty beat up. Now, unless you're doing a reverse mold and you're going to do a silicone of it, then that might work. Oh, sorry, guys. Fucking A, what am I doing? Sitting here talking, forgot I had the other screen still up. So yeah, gold 17 and some change. So that means it should be cheaper everywhere, right? Isn't that what it means? All the gold sellers should have updated their prices on everything to reflect the $100 drop in gold. If your gold seller didn't do that, go find one that did. Oh yeah, there's always a link. Let me get that link going for you. Thanks for the reminder though. There you go. Make sure to click that link. Actually, let's go over all the shit. Click the link. Leave a comment on that video. Like it as well while you're there. I'm going to wind up deleting it soon, but it doesn't matter. I like the validation. When you get back here, if you haven't already liked this stream, make sure to do that. Because the YouTube algorithm doesn't know to send people here if people aren't liking it. We're just hanging out otherwise, which is fine. But I figured let's get more people in here to hang out and kick it with us here on a Monday while we BS about nothing and run a little dirt. Yeah, I'm realizing I think I have some hip issues because today I am sore as hell. I'm hobbling around and shit because I get down there, right? I'm all down there because that area over there. I don't know how GS and them get away with using the big shovels. I think GS has a smaller shovel. He can probably confirm that. But like the big shovels don't like going into that gravel bar for obvious reasons. There's big ass boulders in there, and it's so dense with them that you're not going to get very far with a big shovel. So I find, at least for myself, getting down there with the scooper, getting those rocks out of there by hand, works a lot better for me. So that's what I wind up doing. So I'm hunched over that hole all day. Man, my back is killing me today. But I think I just gotta accept that I'm getting old too. Yeah, you're not hip. It's alright, man. We could be squares together. Lame asses. But yeah, my dad just had his hip replaced just like last week. So maybe it runs in the family. We got bad hips. No more salsa dancing for me. Yeah, I keep a pry bar with me. I learned pry bar is an invaluable tool because you can just kind of twist it down in there and pop those rocks out rather than trying to dig your fingers in there and hope that something doesn't fall. And you can be a lot more aggressive with it. So I never leave without my pry bar anymore. Like I feel bad when I get out there and I don't have it because it's like, I'm gonna have to work so much harder. Yeah, I'd imagine, dude, going to college if you're on a campus, and there's all these basically kids running around because I mean, fuck, you're 44, right? They are kids to you. You know, you were already drinking before a lot of those people were even born. So like, man, I can only imagine like sitting in class, all that you walk in there, they think you're the professor and shit. Just like, nah, bro, I'm just here to learn. The war dance is what's up, bitch? Do something. Yeah. But it's a decent pry bar. It's the big one from Harbor Freight, not Arbor Fab. I keep getting those two, not mixed up, but I keep wanting to say one instead of the other. Yeah, I get this big motherfucker in there. I got it wrapped, so you know, it's stylish. This baby in there just pops stuff out. That's the way to go. Got to get back out there with GS. I like digging with him. He's got a good energy. He's like a gold hound, man. He knows where it's at. You just be like, it's right there. Go dig over there, got yourself some gold. Tell you for sure. But all right. So I wound up getting 2 new boxes of the hell, Roaring Camp. Cleaned a little bit of it last week, and we ran some of that, and that had some nice gold in it. So we're gonna do the rest of that cleanup, and then I cleaned up another bag and a half. I finished off that bag, and then I got another bag in the mail all of a sudden, because I guess the month went by, and boom, here's your another bag. So I cleaned that up too. So I got that fresh stuff, freshly cleaned up. Got some of that in the cup. And so let's do some digging. Let's fire up the sluice and see if we can find us some gold tonight. And then as always, you know, we'll give away them sloppy seconds. Make sure you hit that link up on top. Do all the commenting and all that shit. If you're quiet and new here and not a subscriber, hit the subscribe. Because you got to be a subscriber if you want to win. Not really, but that's my trick to get you to subscribe. So do that shit, and then we'll be right back over here, running some dirt. Booyah. I gotta set this up though, so that it does a smooth transition. I don't like the transition that it does right there. It's just like, it's jarring. It throws you right into the new scene, and you're like, oh my god, where are we now? I needed to do a soft, friendly transition, you know? Yeah, hit that thumbs up, man. Don't just be all like, I'm here. You should just be happy. My present is my presence. Give me that bullshit. Hit the fucking thumbs up, man. Jesus. I'm gonna go for a more aggressive marketing. What do you guys think? You think it would work? Maybe shame people into subscribing? Smash it again, god damn it! No, I'm just kidding. Thank you for your likes and for watching. Call everybody in your family and get them to hit it too. Tell them Big Daddy said hit that shit. Speaking of hitting that shit, but you know, I mean, it's not V-troll because I'm just being friendly in an aggressive way. Is that V-troll? Alright, yeah, no, I got an idea. I'm gonna make a shirt that says hit that shit, and it'll just be a thumbs up, right? Maybe I'll censor the shit so you can wear it around town or to church. But the thought will be there. You know, somebody probably already did it, so I'll Google it first. Sometimes I do that. I think I'm the first person to have an idea, and I get all excited, and then I see my idea for sale, and I get all mad, and it's like, oh, they've been selling that shit for a while. Oh, you're gonna have to go then, bro. Sorry. Sorry. Hold on, let me unhide your comment. Because I am a passive-aggressive, condescending asshole. But that's okay, as long as you've earned it, I think we'd get along. I don't like people who are that way and who haven't earned the right. Like they're wrong, you know. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about, and they're always wrong, and they just don't stop talking. Those people I don't like. But if you're right and you know it, is that arrogance? I think not. That's confidence. Alright. Just be nice to people, I guess. I try to be nice to people. At work. I think on the internet, I let a lot of my frustrations out and vent. Because I'm not customer service, but I gotta serve and help people with stuff. And you always gotta put on like that fake, right? That fake smile, that, oh no, don't worry about it. Go ahead and just click around everywhere but where I tell you. No problem. My time is yours to waste. Have at it. You know? Because if somebody complains about you, then you gotta listen to somebody, because then they went and complained to your boss, and your boss doesn't want to hear that shit either. They know you're right? But if they have to listen to somebody bitching, then you're gonna get it too. Kind of how that works, right? You gotta be creative in that regard. But on the internet here, nobody's paying me to be nice, so you get the real deal. I've been told I should get a scribe to just follow me around and write down some of the shit I say. I think this is probably about as close as I'll get to it. Maybe someday I'll write a memoir. the cup. There. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I'm butthurt about some shit too. But I don't necessarily think everything needs to change. I'm a reasonable man. Sometimes. Other times I think if people can't get along, then they should all just get the fuck out. That looks clean. Oh man, I just knocked over my fucking ash bucket. Damn it. Oh, there's ash on the bench. I don't know, 70? Because the AC turned off and it says 70. Am I frigid? I'm not frigid, I'm just ticklish. Moo Monday. I like that. Any day is good for Moo Monday. Putting steaks on the grill all day, every day. I love barbecuing. But I got the Traeger now, so it's a little bit different. Nope, that's not gold. But that's gold. Most definitely. Not too shabby. A few little chunky punkies. That gizold. Looks like gold to me as well. Alright. So, if you want that gold, it can be yours. For the low, low price of one comment and a like or two. Hit that thumbs up. Ding! Hit that shit. And you might win yourself that gold in a pack of sloppy seconds. Now let me find myself an empty snuffer. Here's one. I got like 10 snuffers around me, but none of them are empty. They all got water in them, so I don't want to figure out what it is. Yeah, I mean, the Traeger, there is no getting used to it. It's just you set it and just make sure there's pellets in it. It's follow the instructions. You know, you can download the Traeger app, and it has all like 100 and something recipes in there of how to cook meat different ways in the Traeger. You just follow those instructions. You can't mess it up. The only thing you got to be careful of is on a long one, you got to make sure you keep pellets in it. But if you got the Bluetooth one, it'll let you know when it's low. So that's even easy. Now at Costco, there was this cowboy guy trying to sell, they weren't Traegers, but he was saying the guy who invented Traeger, the original, I guess his name is John Traeger. You know, there's always a good story, right? But apparently he sold Traeger, the brand, to some Chinese company or somebody. I don't fucking know. And he went over to this other grill company, and they're basically Traegers, but they got a bunch of features that Traegers already have. But they're just as expensive or maybe more. I don't know. I didn't really look into it too much because I already have one. I just let the guy kind of say his piece. He drew me in because he had a deep cowboy voice, and I was like, whoa. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, if you ever watch Friends, he was kind of like the hombre guy. Hombre. And so I was drawn in. I had to hear what he had to say. And he told me all about this pellet grill and how the guy from Traeger went to there and all this stuff. And that's where I stopped caring, because I wasn't looking to buy one anyways. But it was a cool story. But he was looking to sell them right then and there. He didn't have any like information to let you take home. Which is a little sketch to me, you know. I want to be able to look something up. Make sure it's got good reviews. But nonetheless, yep, mini Webers are good too, man. I mean, tried and true never steers you wrong. If it works, work it. Where's my shirt? All right, bend the knees, bend the hips. Oh, that feels good. All right, let's see. There's an app. Yeah, there's a Traeger app. I may have it on my phone still. It's the Traeger app. For some reason, it's signed me out. Let me see if I can. Huh. Well, oh, here we go. So you can go and you can order stuff. They have little videos about stuff. Say you want like a recipe for some ribs. Boom, there's those ribs, those ribs, those ribs. You can cook them 1,000 different ways, and it tells you how it's all about. So there you go. Go download it. It's good stuff. Even if you don't have a Traeger, it's still, well, I don't know how useful it would be if you don't have a Traeger, because this is how to cook on a Traeger. So, But if you have one and you didn't know there was an app, now you know there's an app. Download that shit and get your grill on. I am, by the way, not sponsored in any way, shape, or form by Traeger. They don't make a bigger phone. This is the biggest one they make. It has the pin, right? So I thought that was cool, and none of the other phones have a pin. I've used it twice. I drew a little bird. I was like, all right, that was cool. I'm not going to be doing this ever again, but that was cool. So I probably could have got away with the one that didn't have a pin and would have been a little bit smaller. Excuse me, it's the Galaxy S22 Ultra, and I'll be paying for it for the next 5 years, thank you. Got that financing on it. It's like a fucking car. But I wanted it for the cameras because it's got like 5 or 6 cameras. There's 5 cameras there and maybe just the one here. But it's got very good cameras all the way around. It does. It goes through that battery fast, man. I'm a little bit disappointed with that. You could probably get more out of it by turning the performance down. It's way more than it needs to be for anything you do. You know. I mean, it's a phone. What else do you really need your phone to be doing? Play Angry Birds? Alright. It'll do that. Whatever little game. Anyway. It's cool, but I usually stick with my old phone for a while, so I'll have this until it doesn't make sense to use it. Like the screen will need to be cracked, thing falling apart, and then I'll be like, all right, I'll get something new. I just plug it in everywhere I go, and I don't go I'm usually at my desk because I work from home, so it just stays on the charger or on a plug. In fact, I should probably plug it in right now because it'll probably be dead by the time I go inside. If I can find it. There we are. Alright. Enough about my phone. So. No, yeah, I play games on it. Probably more than I need to. Stupid mobile games that just burn up time and always are asking for more money or you get left behind. Play a stupid Star Trek game. It's ridiculous. Hey, here's a new thing. Give us $100 for it. What? Trippin'. I'm a free to play. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't like taking this out with me when I go to the river. Because I'm not afraid about getting it wet. It's waterproof, all that's fine. But there's a lot of rocks at the river, and if this thing falls face down, that's a big freaking screen, man. It's like 7 inches of shatter right there. And you might get away with one drop, but you drop it again, boom, that's that. Yeah, it's time to upgrade if you got the iPhone 4, bro. Do they even support that anymore? Like, do you even get updates anymore? Yeah, the Droid was a cool phone. The Droid 2. Those were alright. Yeah, I bought this one case, I saw all these ads on Facebook. They're like, oh, this case is super strong. Look, and they're hitting it with hammers and throwing the phone from space, and it's just like ding, ding, ding. Man, I bought that thing, put it in my pocket, and like when the next time I pulled it out of my pocket, shattered. Like, are you fucking kidding? I'm glad it was the screen, or the case, not the phone, but still. Hell yeah, Vendetta. Thank you very much. Much appreciate that. What's going on? How you doing, Mike? Good to see you. All right, that's gold. The gold has got to be cool now, cause yeah, hashtag Banshee Week. Hell yeah. Yeah. Anyways, if you haven't done it, hit that link, leave a comment, do the thing. So we're about to grab that gold right now. So, to the bench. Bianch. We got some cup of love going on here. I got this dirty rock. There's a big quartz crystal underneath all that dirt. Got it from Diamond Miners Irvin's. Bought one of his bags of something, and this is one of his crystals he pulled out of the ground. Threw some emerald chips in there, and that's going to be our sloppy seconds for this week. Grab a bag. Got that bag. All right. What's the date today? The 22nd? (8/22/22). All right. It must be a sign. It's a sign that I need to get new Sharpies out here. There you go. All right, we got that. We got that. We got that. But I'm curious what that wound up being. So let's get this. Turn that on. We're all zeroed out. Are we zeroed? Nope. Let's tear it. I should probably not lean on that. All right, motherfucker. All right, that's what it was. Air conditioner was blowing air at it. 0.047 grams of the gold. Let me add a little something else to it. Take her up maybe to a tenther. All right. So it was a little bit shy this week in there, but I went ahead and threw it up. So it's at a 1/10 of a gram. So there you go. Now that, my friends, we'll go here into our sloppy seconds. Big old crystal. How about some obsidian this week? Boom. All right. All right, so that's going to be our sloppy seconds this week. So let's throw it in the baggie. crystalline first. All right. The roach. I put it out, man. It's in the bucket. Do you not believe? Do you think I'm faking it? You caught me, man. Those are clove cigarettes. Got me. Damn. Damn. Can't pull one over on you guys. Alright. So I want to give away some dirt. What do y'all think about that? Well, it doesn't matter because that's what we're going to do. So make sure if you haven't already, I'll give you guys your last chance. Hit the button on, or hit the link, leave a comment, and give you guys just one more minute to get that done. How many people we got in here? 34? How many comments do we have? No duplicates, no replies, first things only. 9 plus 4 is 13. It's 39 comments and 34 people. So, hopefully if you win and you hear your name, you'll be here to hear your name if you're here. If you don't hear it, then you won't know that I need to get your address and that you won. You may not get shit. So, make sure you're here. Now, let's see. Gummies. If you got some Haribo gummies, you can send some to me. I'll take some of them burrs. Like only came to smoke. You don't give a shit about the gold. He just wants to roll one. Well, that's cool too, man. I'm down for that. I don't have that many smoking buddies anymore. Not like when I was a kid. Like, I remember, when you're young, you go over to your buddy's house and everybody you know is there and you're just passing them around. Good stuff. Once you grow up, you can't really do that as much. Kids are asking, what are you guys doing? Oh, get out of here. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Alright. If you haven't done it, it's too late. You took too damn long. We're going to give away some dirt. Let's go to the Gizal. Get in some comments. What am I for? 8 plus 3. 8, 9, 10, 11. Get some comments. We got 40 comments. Very good, very good. Let's pick a winner. And tonight's winner is going to be Doug Odette. It looks like you are not one of the last two people to have won this. So, hell yeah, brother. Congratulations. Whoa, not that one. That one. I got buttons now. Make sure to send me your address. I'm pretty sure I have it, or I can find it, but just to make sure it's up to date and current, pass that over to me, and I will pass over some of the sloppy seconds to you. Thank you for hanging and putting your comment on there. What did your comments say anyways? Howdy, howdy, everyone. Welcome back to another fun-filled hour with your host, Dig Daddy himself, folks. Hell yeah. I like that one. That one's a good one. Well, hell yeah, Doug. Thank you. And thank you all. Thank everybody who has tuned in tonight. Much appreciate you guys hanging out with me here. Had a great time. Just BSing with you guys. That's what we do. Do we talk about anything? Who knows? I won't remember. We'll talk about it again next week if I don't. Or maybe we'll talk about something else. Who knows? back to serial killer. What was it? I don't even remember. So much stone bullshit. But either way, thank you all for hanging out. Don't forget to catch my whatever I do review this next weekend. Should be pay dirt. I finally got a couple bags of pay dirt in, so I'll be able to do that. I do not right now at this moment in time because I am sore as hell from hauling all this shit out there on Saturday. But maybe soon. Maybe like next weekend. I can't go every weekend. Then I'll get myself in trouble. But definitely keep hitting me up because I want to get out there. Always want to get back out there. Alright. Well, I'm going to turn this shit off and go inside. I hope you all have a wonderful week. Tune in next weekend. And tune in next week and next time for BSin in the Shed out here with Dig Daddy, your host. Backyard Prospecting. Peace. Thank you.